On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again.
Oh yeah, what you doing there, Matt?
Oh, hey, Jamie. Weather's getting better. It's getting nice outside. I guess I was daydreaming about a road trip.
Now's the time. Let's.
I mean, besides the weather, you mean?
Oh yeah, we actually have this really great campaign going on for RVs, power sports, boats, the whole
Oh,
thing. You can actually receive
that's right.
0.5% discount right now.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. That's good timing. Yeah. RV APR as low as 4.49, up to 120 months, depending on the age of the vehicle, and as low as 5.49 for power sport vehicles, also depending on the age. So that's pretty great.
Yeah, along with that, you get a 90-day no pay as well, so you don't have to make those payments right away.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hmm. Well, maybe it's time to embrace van life.
exactly. Funnily enough, I actually just sat down with one of my friends who recently updated their RVs. They
Oh.
live in a motorhome,
Oh, no
and
kidding.
they completely renovated it on the inside. It is a beautiful home on wheels now.
Huh.
So definitely the episode for you to tune into if you want to know, their motivation behind it, how the process looked, how long it took. This is definitely the episode for you to take a listen to.
Well, hey, what are we waiting for? Let's check it out.
Let's go.
All right.
Road trip.
All loans subject to approval. Rate listed is the rate base. Rates, terms, and conditions may change without notice and may vary based on creditworthiness, qualifications, and collateral conditions. Interest accrues during the 90-day no payment period. Deferred payments plus accrued interest will be added to the end of the loan. The first payment will be due 90 days from the date of the contract. Existing CapEd loans not eligible for refinance under this promotion. Other restrictions may apply. Limited time offer. Contact CapEd at 208-884-0150 or 800-223-SAVE-7283 for more information.
Well, my name is Jamie Alexander. I am the social media specialist for CapEd Credit Union, and today I am joined with my friend Jamie Apple. Jamie, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, my name's Jamie Apple, and I am a wife and a mama and have a whole bunch of jobs, but currently I'm working at the school as a bus driver and at the clinic and hospital, and also try to run my social media page, Beauty and the Butte. So that's what I'm up to right now.
Very busy.
Yes, yes.
Well, I have you with us today because I know that you did a RV renovation.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally took your standard RV, took it and made it something completely unique and
Yeah.
updated to yourself. And I just
Yeah.
kind of want to know a little bit more about that.
Yeah, for sure. So what kind of triggered that is we sold our house February 24th of 2020. And so we 2021 actually. Hold on. Is that right? It's 22. Yeah. So we needed a place to live while we built our new home. So when we bought the RV just for camping, my husband rides motorcycles and we like to go camping. And so it was just our camping RV. However, when we decided we were going to make that our home, I was like, we gotta make some changes. So we kind of completely gutted it. Yeah, and just made it our own. So it was a space where we felt comfortable having our home there and made it our own. So yeah.
Very cool. What was that process like? Is there anything you kind of started with or?
It's funny because I don't know why I have this hatred towards honey oak cabinets, but I remember being in our old house and like 7 months pregnant with our daughter, and I'm like, I'm not bringing a baby home to honey oak cabinets. I don't know why. I just don't. I just dislike them. So we painted everything in the RV, walls, cabinets, everything. I did it working from home with our two little kids too, and then my husband would come home after work and help and work until the middle of the night some nights, and so we got it done pretty quickly. But yeah, we started with, oh, and we of course sold. We took out and sold like the couch or anything, the carpet, anything where someone else would have, I don't know, that just kind of grossed me out if it was going to be our home. So we just completely gutted it.
I think that kind of goes into my next question is, did you guys, so you already had, I think you already mentioned this, but you already had the RV, or you
Yeah.
bought it more for this purpose?
So we had it, but we just used it for camping purposes. And then once we decided to live in it is when we decided to renovate.
And then make it yourself and you're a little bit more comfortable and you
Yeah.
know where things have been.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
That's
That was a
great.
big one for me.
Very cool. So are you guys currently living in your RV
Mhm.
still?
Yep, we are. We're currently living there. Um, we changed the layout a little bit where it used to be a hide-a-bed. We put a day bed, and so it's kind of like a RV bunk bed, but the trundle rolls out, and that's my son's bed, and then the top bunk is my daughter's bed. And then my husband and I have the bedroom portion, so just made a couple different changes to make it our own and work more for our lifestyle and our kids and all that fun stuff.
Nice. I know a lot of people have questions on like how you do certain like just day-to-day things when you're living in an RV, like
Mhm.
where do you do your laundry? Does your fridge actually hold like all of your groceries
Yeah.
and that kind of thing?
Yeah. So I know a lot of RVs are equipped to have a washer and dryer, especially the larger ones. Ours has a spot for it, not, we're kind of do it yourselfer. So there's a spot that you could put one, but luckily where we live very close to my parents. So we just share their washer and dryer. Um, and then the refrigerator, that was actually a really good life lesson because I would go previously when we had 3,600 square feet and 3 refrigerators, I would go to Costco and just spend way too much money. I mean, just yep, 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 and not. I mean, we're a family of 4, so that didn't really work out. So it really taught me to get what you need. Don't buy in excess. You only have this much room, but it's not a full size refrigerator, but it actually isn't too bad at all. And then if, we have anything like sparkling water or whatnot, we can always put that in the cooler outside. So that's also kind of nice.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, so when it came to the renovation itself, was there a certain task that was like the most challenging?
Yeah. Probably flooring. There was a couple different types of flooring. They had like a laminate, and then they had carpet. And like I said, I just didn't want, because it was a used RV. It's a 2005 34-foot motorhome. So we just ripped all of the flooring out. And then my husband, we just bought vinyl plank flooring, picked out our favorite kind. And my husband luckily can do anything. So he just made that work. And yeah, I love it. I love the flooring. So that was probably the most challenging, though, ripping up the carpet and all of the things that come with that, especially with 2 little kiddos who are always trying to help. Painting wasn't that challenging because I love to paint, but I even let the reins loose and let my kids help paint the back bedroom because, it's all going to be white anyways. So we did that before we laid down the flooring, though, so there wasn't any chance of spilling or anything like that. And they had so much fun. I'm really glad I decided to do that.
Yeah, that's so smart. And I love that you got to have them included and stuff and
Mhm.
makes it that much more homey. And that's
Yes.
so great. How
Yeah.
long are you guys anticipating living in your RV? I know you guys are building, so obviously it might take some time.
Yeah. So we weren't, 6 months to a year was our maximum. We've been in it over a year, though, because of the prices of building. So that kind of slowed things down. And then there was some, everything's just taking longer nowadays. So there was some holdups with other things. So we've been in it a year on January 30th. So I would anticipate living in it for about probably 6 to 8 more months. We kind of got it figured out, though, and honestly, it's worked out really great for us. So yeah.
That's really cool. I have a family member who also did something similar where they actually just renovated their current home.
Oh, uh-huh.
So they lived in their trailer on their property
Yeah.
while they did that, and it definitely was a little longer than they anticipated. And they also have very small children.
Yeah.
And she actually wrote a blog and everything about it. But it was so fun to follow along, and obviously, I think worth what the work and everything, and
hmm
because their new home is great. So, and it worked
Yeah.
perfect for their family.
Yeah, for sure. And another thing to think about too, if anyone's considering doing it, is the amount of money you would save. There's no mortgage, everything's kind of cut down, our grocery bills cut down. We still eat the same amount of food, but we're not buying in excess and throwing things away and being wasteful. And so I think it's been a challenging but really good. It's been challenging, but it's had really good lessons to be learned this whole process. So yeah.
I love that. And I definitely wouldn't consider myself a minimalistic person. I don't know if you would consider yourself one.
No. Nope.
So it's great to hear that you don't have to necessarily live that minimalistic lifestyle to kind of have that RV life or van life.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, you just find different, and now there's so many resources where kind of everyone's doing it, it seems like. And so there's so many resources and so many great social media accounts to follow. But the tips and tricks that are on there, I mean, it's just like mind blowing. And so you just do a couple of those. And in all reality, RVs are meant to, there's storage hidden everywhere. So where we have a motorhome, we have all underneath storage. We have, pretty large closets too. We just have a ton of room, way more than you would think. I mean, I really loaded down and it's good.
That's awesome. And you
Yeah.
guys still anticipate like going camping and stuff when you can with it?
Yeah, in fact, we actually camped while we were living in it. So we, it's not, you kind of get settled, but it's nothing too crazy to, move to a different place. So we went camping last Memorial Day for a few days, and that was kind of fun. Kind of interesting though, because normally it's like a totally different environment, but I'm like, we're in our home. That, and we used to go, we go camping where up in the mountains where it's muddy and all sorts of stuff, and that was a little challenging because I'm like, no, this is my home, like you can't have your muddy feet in here. But
That's so cute. I love that.
yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else I wanted to cover because I feel like you nailed it.
Oh, good.
Um, do you have any advice for anyone that would be considering any kind of renovation or even just living this like a similar lifestyle?
We really lucked out where my parents had an RV hookup outside of like on their farm. So we really lucked out with that. I think if we were to have to live in a RV park, I would just really, really, really research the area and who else would be staying there and kind of what that looks like. But yeah, I feel like if you're on the fence and you have a good place to stay, I would say go for it if anyone's even slightly considering it, because it's an adventure and it had its challenges, but like I said, we learned so much from it. And yeah, just really learning to also enjoy your time and be present, because with smaller spaces come less distractions. Like we don't have TV in there. We don't let our kids be on the iPads. We just have, kinetic sand and Play-Doh and in their little cubbies. And so it's been a really good learning experience for our whole family, I think.
I love that. That's so good to hear.
Yeah, and we've saved so much money, anytime things get hard, you just think, wow, I'm not paying that mortgage, or everything that comes along with owning a house. So that's a good incentive too if you're looking to save some money.
Awesome. And I'm sure that's great going into it like your home, your new home eventually. So you have a little bit saved up and
Yes.
you could be a little more prepared, comfortable, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And I will say this, when we had our original plans, I thought I had them right here, but we have changed our home plans. We've actually designed 3 different homes, but the first one was, everything total I think was close to 6,000 square feet. We came from 3,600 living area plus a garage and shop and barn and everything. And I just thought, I didn't think bigger was better, but I just thought, okay, we need this space and this space and this room. So living in an RV, it really teaches you don't need all that space. And it kind of teaches you to work with what you have. And, you know, so I mean, our plans now, our living area is closer to 2,000 versus, 4,000. And so I just think, and then that will save you money. I just think it has a lot of good life lessons hidden in there.
I love that. I'll have to follow up, when you're back in your home and just kind of see how you're adjusting kind of
Yes.
back to that and
Yeah,
go
yeah,
from there.
for sure, for
That's
sure.
so great. Well, definitely look forward to sharing some of those photos
Yeah.
and anything you have. I would love to show our viewers and everything.
Yes, I will
That's
for
so
sure.
cool. I'm like, I love that.
Yeah, we one of my really best friends is a photographer, and the new thing is like in-home sessions and just like capturing your real life. And I was like, we have got to do an in motorhome session. I just thought that was hilarious, and so she actually came over last summer, and we did an in motorhome session. So yeah, I can send you those photos too.
Yes, I can't wait to share it. That's so cute.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I
Yeah.
appreciate you being here and just letting us know how, your experience was and going
Yeah,
forward.
of course. Of course, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.